Hi everyone, it's me again, the Chalkin Chick, right here. Okay, what glasses do I have on today? Let's look. Ooh, I don't know if you guys have seen these before. They're green, they're cool looking. You know I love glasses. Yes, I use them to accessorize, like with jewelry and stuff, because I don't obviously wear jewelry. I just wear things that have been given to me, and so that's my shtick, is my glasses. All right, so I'm Karen Conway, the Chalkin Chip with 𝐒𝐿 Couture, and I'm here to help you figure out your class with a tag. And I'm gonna recreate it here with you. And if you want to watch this later, it'll get sent to you and you can watch it later. If you don't quite understand it, please get a hold of me. And if anything is amiss, please get a hold of me. And there's all these different ways you can get a hold of me, okay? All these different ways. And then I do want to remind you that you are more than welcome to take one new item at the 40% off. And as soon as you guys are watching this, by the way, Happy New Year. But when you watch this, I will be at in Savannah, Georgia at our leadership, and I will have already seen the new catalog. Man, I wish you could see it. Oh, I know how you can see it. You can become a 𝐒𝐿 Couture member with 𝐒𝐿 Couture. And when you are a 𝐒𝐿 Couture member, that means you go to the Chalkin Chip. Well, you go to 𝐒𝐿Couture.com/the Chalkin Chick, and club. You click on club, and you join my club for $20 a month. You get a transfer to pastes and a transfer. And this transfer was December's. Isn't that cute? This was December's. January's it says the letter, it spells out you and me, and the and sign is really big. Ampersand. Well, no, that's not the ampersand sign. That's just the and sign. So that's what you'll get, and you can, void it out at any time you want. There's really no commitment, just that once a month you'll get it. You get shipping free. There's also perks for becoming a 𝐒𝐿 Couture member, which you get shipping free. You get a lot of offers sent to you that you can purchase at a pretty close to our price, so that you can purchase. And we receive 40% off our product when we purchase from ourselves. And that's why it's really easy to become a designer as well, because you just $40, 40% off. Okay, let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about how to make this tag. And don't forget to get your 40% coupon. There's no code. You just go in and order. It'll come to me, and I will give you one item at 40% off. It will be your most expensive item, just because I like to do that. All right, let's put that aside. The first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to show you what you have in your kit. So you're going to have two pastes. You're going to have Fig and Regal. You're going to have these two pastes, Fig and Regal. You'll probably have a squeegee of some kind in there to spread the paste. You're going to have a tag, and it's going to come in a plastic wrap with two corner protections. Take all that off, throw it away if you want, use the corners for something else. The corners are just cardboard, but some people like to use them as bookmarks. So go ahead, chalk it up and use it as a bookmark. So it's two-sided. You can do both sides. We're just going to do one side today. And then you probably have seen the picture on the Stamp and Scrap page, and so you kind of know what to expect. But this, you're going to get one transfer out of this pack. So I cut this up. You can see the cut lines, and you'll receive one of these because you only need one. Okay, so I'm going to use Sprinkled with Love today. I'm going to use that. And then you're also going to see not this music transfer. You're not going to get this transfer. You are either going to get some X's and O's or some very swirly, beautiful background. Okay, this one was not available when it was time to order and send all 410 to the main office for Stamp and Scrap. So what I did was I had UPS. Did you know that UPS store? And no, I don't get a kickback for this. And my son works for UPS. So, but at the UPS shipping store, they'll cut things for you and they'll cut them in massive. So of course I had a ton of these, a ton. And here is the section that I'm going to use today. And then you have this whole section. But remember, they're reusable and washable. So you can use it over and over and over again, right? In each section. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some color trays. And these are our color trays. You will not receive this in your box. Again, they were on back order when your box was being shipped out. And so I could not slip them in. Forgive me for that. They're very reasonably priced. And you're going to get 24. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to open this. I'm going to get our scissors, and these are my scissors, just everyday scissors. Like, they are Stampin' Up. Excuse me. Stampin' Up. Oh my gosh. These are 𝐒𝐿𝐴. These are 𝐒𝐿𝐴, and I use them for everything. As a matter of fact, I just reminded myself that I need a pair in the bathroom, so I ordered 5 sets because I just need 1 pair in the bathroom. Because you get it, right? You just have to order a plethora just in case. So these are in my 𝐒𝐿𝐴 room and I use them for everything. I also do use them to cut our transfers, but that's a different pair. And I also do use them to trim things. And I have one for material. Okay, so I'm going to take out 2 of these trays. These are reusable. You can use them for anything. I've collected my jewelry with them before on the kitchen counter doing dishes because I didn't want to tarnish up my ring. So they come in a pack of 24. I'm going to set that aside. They look like this. You just rinse them when you're done. Or if you still have some paste on here, you can stick it, add a little bit of spritz with the water with our spray. This is just water. You see the mister? Do you see that mist? Can you see it? Yeah. And so you can just add a little water. If you already have all your paste on here, stick it in a cello bag with that little mist of water. And then what I'd like you to do is close up the bag and leave it for the next time you want to chalk. All right. Okay, there is a little tagline or a tear line, but if you cannot tear that, you can also cut it. So don't stress. And the first thing I did was I kneaded it. So I just kneaded it like it was dough. Okay. And I smushed it around and around and around and around. And then you can kind of maybe push it a little to the top. You don't want to push it too much to the top because you don't want it spilling out when you put your paste on your plastic tray. All right. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just squeezing down and trying to get as much paste out of here as I possibly can because I'm not a waster. I like to reuse. Okay. Now I'm glad that paste turned out like that because I want to show you what you can do with that and make it seem a little bit less chalky and a little more sour cream consistency so you can use it. And yes, I'm going to take the Stampin' Mist and I'm just going to, oh my gosh, am I into Stampin' Up or what? Well, praise the Lord for Stampin' Up. I just called this the Stampin' Mist. This is not. This is the 𝐒𝐿𝐴. I don't know if 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Stampin' Up has a Stampin' Mist. What? Lord, I should start this video over, but I'm not going to. Okay, this is a 𝐒𝐿𝐴 mister. And I'm just going to add a little water. Oh my gosh. I'm stirring with one of our tools. And this tool actually is the one that has the little pointer end that you can get into small cracks and crevices if you left a little of extra chalk behind, paste behind, or if you did not get paste in a spot, this is the tool to use, okay? It has a lid for that little pointer end. Okay, do you see all I'm doing is mashing? I mean, I don't really have a professional term for this. And obviously, I'm not the one to go to if you want professionalism. The only reason being is because I'm just me. I'm pretty real. I have one dedicated room in my house for 𝐒𝐿𝐴, and you guys, it used to be a bedroom. So it's me. A girl in her bedroom doing 𝐒𝐿𝐴. But I will never not be real to you. So that's just how you get me. I say it like it is. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So we're going to do that for now. Okay. And then I can just wipe this off with a paper towel. But this is better consistency than what it was. Sour cream, we'd like it to be sour cream consistency. Okay, let's do our Regal. So that was Fig. This is Regal. I know they're close in color. I wanted it that way though. I really wanted to make it monochromatic. Is that how you say that word? But I thought, oh, I should give them 2 packs of paste. And plus, remember, you can store this away and use it again. You're not going to use the whole thing. So they say that you can use 4 8.5 by 11 transfers with this, 1 packet of paste, and you are good to go. And you've pretty much used it up. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm adding paste. Okay, I'm just adding water to my paste to get it to be a little bit more consistent of sour cream than dry chalk. And if it is dry when you open it up and put it on your palette, you're going to have to add water, because what happens is it does dry out. And I mean, chalk dries out. What are we supposed to do about that? And if we have the paste packets, then, we do have I believe we have a expiration date on them, which we do. And that's kind of nice, because then we know. But I'm very much into ordering. You can get a pack of 12 of these, or if you know a designer and her name is Karen Conway, the Chalkin Chick, you can get these for $2 from me, $2 a piece. That's it. And I pay for the shipping on that because they're so light. Or you can get a size like this. And this is the ink, and the paste comes in a black lid. But I mean, you could get a size like this if you were going to use periwinkle and this much periwinkle if you wanted to, right? But I'm not going to, so I always get the packets. And I just like a one-time use and then put these in a plastic bag. I just am about that. I don't know why. I just feel, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, this is washable. This is, I'm going to use it as a wipey right now, but it's washable, which I love. And this is a thing that takes out, this is our mat to take out sticky on our new transfers. But you may not have this. So I'm going to show you what you can use instead. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and it's going to go bye-bye because I want to stick that in the washer. And then what you can do to take your sticky out is peel it. And I always peel it with my thumb. Well, kind of try to, especially when it's brand new. And then it just peels up. And I just touch it to my clothes, and then take the sticky out and then use it. The reason we want to take the sticky out the first time is because it is really sticky, and you don't want it to stick so hard on your project that it won't come off. Okay, all right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the big tag, okay? So you're going to grab your big tag, and we are actually going to tag just this section, or chalk this section and this section. So we're actually going to just design this section and this section. And then this guy is going to go on here on that round white chalk chip I sent you. And you can either Velcro him to here, or you can glue him to here. I chose to Velcro. I did not send you a piece. You could use a piece. And I think I added into your supply list that you needed to get one, or glue. And the reason I wanted to Velcro is because I want to change it out for seasons. Like, I'd like to have, I'd like maybe one of these to say Happy Easter, and it could be your tag board for your front door, and you can have different seasons on it, right? This pack of 12 transfers for every season is $15, $14.99, $15. And so you could get a Christmas one, you could get a Valentine one, you can get an Easter one. There's quite a few. There's a summer one. And they're lovely, and they're usable for everything. So if you divide it up by 12, that's like $1 and some change, just some change for each one of them, okay? Which is so cool. All right, so we have this big transfer. It may have come in a plastic bag for you. I don't need this plastic bag anymore, but if you want to save it, put it back in, you go right ahead. And then remember, we're going to peel up the backing. I want to make sure that you are saving your backing. All right, so save the back, which is the white, this. You want to save that. And this is a big guy, so you kind of got to work so it's not so it's not going to wrinkle up. If it wrinkles up while you're trying to get the sticky out, you can go rinse it in water and peel it apart. Like, did you see that it wrinkled up right there? And it's just a little wrinkle, so I don't need to add water to it. But if it just gets all discombobulated and wrinkled before you can get to your project, just go add water to it, unstick it with the water, let it dry sticky side up. When it's ready, you can start your project. Okay, I'm going to take the sticky out, not by using our sticky mat, but by using my shirt. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to show you that if you want to get other stuff instead of the mat for now, then you have the option to use something else in place of it for a little bit until you can get yours. Okay, so whatever you feel is the best position for you to chalk on this is fine with me. I don't care if you used this transfer and it started at the end here and then it went that way, but I want to use the middle of this transfer. And I'm going to get the musical notes and all this, but we're going to use the Regal, and we're going to take our paste, and we've already smoothed out our paste, and we're going to use Regal, and you can actually smooth this out a little bit more with your squeegee. And your squeegee, you just rinse off, rewash, and use it again. Obviously, for time's sake, I have 2 squeegees today. You will only have 1. You will rinse off and do it again. Okay, so I have a lot of paste on there. So I just scooped up some paste, and I'm just going to smear this all over this transfer and what is exposed on the white, obviously, okay? If I feel like I need more paste, I'm going to grab from the paste I already have on here, not from my container, because I have a lot of paste on here, and I knew it from the beginning. A lot of people have different techniques. Some people do this. They blob, and they put blobs around, right? Or some people just grab a lot like I did and just start smearing. And then when they feel like they have too much in an area, I start to kind of scoop it up and switch it over to the next area. Does that make sense? And all we're doing is filling in the white spaces. We do not have to fill in the green because that's not the silkscreen transfer part. The silkscreen transfer part is the part that has the white in it. And they are reusable. They're not stencils. They're not a thick stencil, which leaves a shadow. They are literally a silkscreen transfer. I don't know if you're of the genre or age of when silkscreen transfers were pretty cool in high school. I graduated in 82. Yes, I'm 56. So I remember silkscreen transfers. I did not take the class. Now I wish I would have, but it was kind of cool because people made shirts and fronts of magazines, but it was kind of like this. They did put it through a thing like this that they'd scrape, and a bigger squeegee, which we have. But next thing I'm going to do, because this is way thick, is I'm just going to scrape this off. Do you see how I'm getting a lot of extra off? That is wastable if we just don't take that off. So I just want to keep going, because I want to scoop that off, right, as much as I can. And plus I'm going to reuse this transfer, and I don't want as much paste on it because I want to reuse it without washing it. Now, we haven't done that yet, which we will. So I just scraped it on here. I'm going to put this in a baggie, sealed it up, but I'm going to add mist to it first, water mist to it. Okay, I'm going to leave the transfer there. Okay, now we can peel belly towards us, right? The transfer towards us. We can peel this way, but never at a diagonal. The reason you do not want to go at a diagonal is because your transfer will stretch and distort the image. And we really don't want that. Do you remember when I took the sticky out on my shirt? Look how sticky this still is. That's crazy making. How cute is that, you guys? That's so cute. And this Heaven and Nature Sing is still here. Love it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to reuse this, and I'm not going to clean it first, okay? Oops, see what happens? And then if it doesn't come out, go ahead and just go to the water. All right, I am going to scoot it down a little bit because I don't want it to say the same thing. So I'm going to scoot it down here. Yeah, this is perfect because this one says and Heaven and Nature. Now remember, you do not have this transfer. This was not an option when I was putting your kits together. You have X's and O's, or you have a very florally design, okay? So you guys are not going to have this transfer, just so you remember that. I don't want any, if you call me and say I didn't get the transfer, I'm going to say, go watch the video. No, I will not. I will say, guess what? that transfer was the only one I had, and I couldn't cut it up by 410. So I wanted you guys to have this transfer. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't really go with Valentine's Day. So the other two do. X's and O's, it's the cutest. It's the cutest. All right, I'm just resituating this only because it was not even on the edge. All right, so you can take it off and put it back on. Now, I've already pasted this, right? And you knew that. You saw that, and you did too if you're pasting. So I'm just going to use the leftover paste that we had. Okay, we should have enough if we left it sour cream consistency, and we still have some on our screen. So I'm going to start this way. You guys, another thing is, this is washable. This is paste. This is washable. When you would like to use ink, and I'm just smearing it. That's all I'm doing, just like I did the top one. I'm just dragging it and smearing it and laying it on top. Okay, when you want to use ink is more stuff that's going to get washed, like clothing or what else, guys? Clothing, glass, metal, anything that's going to get washed. Okay, I'm going to miss this a little bit. That's another trick, because it's getting a little too thick on my mat. So there, see how I can smooth it out now? It was just getting a little too dry and a little too thick, and I need it to be sour cream consistency. Now, it would be wise of me to get this tool out and do the top edge of that, but I'm not wise. Oh, girl. I'm just scooting it. Do you see me kind of just smearing it up there? Yeah. My sister would tell me, you try to get by the skin of your teeth. I do. And I don't have skin on my teeth. I never understood that saying. So if anybody understands it, you see I'm adding a little bit more. And then I'm going to just get the packet. I was a little too generous with the top one. So I'm going to get the packet and see if there's any more in the packet too. And then you could also cut the side off of the packet and see if there's any more that way as well, if you've ran out. Or you can call your favorite Chalkin Chip designer, and her name happens to be Karen Conway, and see if she has any more to send you. I didn't realize it was going to take all that, but it doesn't have to. It should cover the whole thing, bottom and top. Just don't be as generous as I am. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, my sister would tell me, yeah, well, I told you that, skin by the skin of your teeth. Well, who knows what that is? Like, I'm going to scrape too. I'm going to scrape it off because look at how much more I'm getting. And then I had more in here. I had more paste in here. So I don't know what I was trying to scrape by. Okay, same thing, peel up. Oh, do you see what happened? Okay, if this happens to you, see, I'm glad it did. Do you see it smeared a little bit? Okay, I kind of like that look because it's kind of artsy-fartsy, and I'm going to actually sand this all over and let it be smeary like that now. But if you don't like that look, you don't like that smear look, go rinse this whole board off. Go rinse the whole board off, or just this section, and you will be able to redo it. I'm not going to redo mine though, because I want to make it, I love that bleeding. I love when it bleeds like that, only because it looks, I'm very antique-y, very whimsical, very, like my house is full of antiques, and kind of, like my husband said, you can find something on the side of the road and I'd be really ecstatic about it, which is probably true. And he would get me it as a gift, which is probably true. Actually, it's very true. Okay, so I want to leave that like that, and I want that to dry, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But I do need a sanding block, and I think I have one just sitting right here. Okay, the next thing we have to do is we have to actually stick this on our round, just like we did. You're going to smear it on the round, right? And you're going to stick the round to here. And you'll see on the finished one on the picture, I can't remember what it's the flower one, and I can't remember what mine says. I think it says Happy 4th of July, or oh my gosh. First I call my company the incorrect name, and next I call the season the incorrect name. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, I don't know if I would want to hang out with me or not. because it doesn't seem like I know very much, right? But you know what? I actually have been in chalk couture for 2.5 years, and I got an award with them. I got Rising Star, or, you know, Rising Up Star. The first year I was there, I got to speak at convention the very first year, and I have earned every trip. So we're going to Hawaii in March, and I'm taking my husband. Okay, I am going to tootle out, and then I'm going to finish this on the next one, because you guys, yeah. Okay, I'm going to tootle out. Toodles! Check me out on the next one. Okay, I'm back. So we were just talking about, I wanted to finish this up with you guys. I wanted to give you enough time to finish yours as well. But mine, I added just a little too water to my paste, so that's what happens here. If you like this look, yay. I love this look. I love it. In my house, it's all over. So I want to mussy up this look. And so I have a baby wipe. I was going to sand, but then I thought, oh, this looks like water. I kind of want to make this look like water. So all I'm going to do, trial and error, we're doing this together, is I'm just going to start to smear there. See? I'm just going to start to smear the image. Now look what's happened here. It started to turn. It has started to make my image, my board turn this whole color. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring it down like this. I'll show you. And it's just with a baby wipe. I want to add a little color here. You can leave some white spots if you want, but I am going to drag it down into here. Just lighter. And then I am going to smear this just a little bit more. This is not how your image looks on the finished product that I sent in, but this is another version. And how exciting is this? I love, love, love this. And love is smeared. Love is smeared. You know what I mean? Like it's all messy and smeary, but it's still wonderful. You can still see the words. How cute, how beautiful is that? I might turn this in as an art project. Like we get, you know, we have art contests. So when someone says, let's do Valentine's, I may turn this in. All right, we're going to do the next step. Okay. I have a little Chalkin Chip here, and you got that as well. You received that. I'm going to set this aside. We can heat set that with a heat tool, but it will dry on its own, and it takes about 2 to 3 minutes. All right, we're going to separate this. We already took the sticky off in the first video. We're going to lay it on this Chalkin Chip, and that's why you have the color fig, is because you're going to just take some of your fig, your squeegee after you rinsed it out from the Regal. You're just take some of your fig, just light, because it's a little piece, and you're just going to smear it on here as much as possible. If you have the sprinkles, go ahead and do the sprinkles if you want. If you don't want them, I'm just going to do a couple of them. If you don't want them all, don't do them all. But I'm just doing a couple because I don't want it too much, because I want this, I think I want this one to be bright and crisp. All right, so we're going to pull that off. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay. This is making me really happy. All right, I'm going to take that off because remember, we have a washable paste here. So if you're not taking it outside or decorating it for the outdoors, you don't have to spray it to set it. And if you do take it outside, if it's going to be in weather, go ahead and spray it with a clear sealer. I use Krylon. It's at every craft store, and it's even at every other store. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is either glue, which you're going to add. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I'll turn it around. Or you're going to add the glue, or you're going to add you're going to add a clear glue, or you can add Velcro and then peel it up and put a different scene here each time, or a different venue, or whatever. You get these tags from us. You get these rounds from us, and they come in black as well. This only comes in white. And remember, if you don't like the way this turned out, I haven't sealed it yet, so I can go run it under the water and just start all over. That's why I love our wood, our things that we've made to put chalk on it or paste on it, because then it isn't as absorbent and it'll let us wash it off. before we go to the next project. Okay, so there's that. And then there is a ribbon hole, which I'm gonna add just a little bit of ribbon. I'm just gonna add a little touch here. And I have these, so I saved my Rae Dunn ribbon from whatever, I love it. And it's just this cool color. And it has Rae Dunn on it. Well, I could put 𝐂𝐤𝐴 Conway all over it, but I want the Rae Dunn. Plus it's double-sided, so you're not gonna see it. So I'm gonna use that. And then I found this in my stock somewhere, but it has flowers all over it. And so I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna use a pretty big hunk. And no, you guys did not get ribbon, but you probably have ribbon somewhere in your house. I'm gonna add Rae Dunn to the chunk. And we're gonna just string it up just like we do ribbon, guys. It's pretty, so, oh, you can't see me. Okay, there we go. You're just gonna raise it up here. And then you can either tie a knot. Ooh, the flowers don't wanna fit in that hole, but I'm gonna make them. Okay, if you want it to be, you know, longer or just kind of hanging off and long, like I kind of like the lacy long look, go ahead and do that and make your things longer. But let me fit this flower through here and then okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna, you know, tie this up. So I could bring it through and do the little knot, but I think I'm gonna do this instead. And I'm going to, there. Oh, look at how cute, a ribbon. I mean, and then I'm gonna tie a little bow. And the reason I am is because I think of that, if I turn this around, that will be right where I want it. All right, that little flower. So, and I want it to hang. Like I want it to just be hangy and goofy and goody and nummy, okay? And, you know, just, oh, I love all that with your little guy on here. All right, so there he is. And then if you Velcro it, obviously it's gonna sit up a little bit. And I like the idea of Velcroing because then it does sit up and it does look grand and lovely. And you can add so much ribbon to here if you want, whatever. You can add 16 pieces of ribbon, it's a big hole. But we did it. We did it. We made a project and I love the way mine turned out. So I'm glad that I had a happy little accident, right? I know I'm not Bob Ross, nor will I ever claim to be because he was pretty fantastic. But I want you to remember that I asked you to save these. I asked you to save these backings. And when you go to the kitchen, you're going to take your transfers that you just used and you're going to rinse them in water. And you can take a Mr. Clean pad to scrub them off. And then you're going to store it this way upside down to dry on a paper towel or an absorbent towel. And then once it's dry, glossy side down, which is sticky side, you're going to stick it back on this transfer, clean and ready to use for the next time. And you can put it back in a bag or whatever you want to do. And you want to do the same thing to that long one that we used as well. So also, let's talk about this a little bit and then I will be out. So I am the Chalkin Chick for 𝐒𝐿 Couture and I am a master mentor with them. I've been a master mentor with them from day one practically, but oh, I love it. It's so fun. Okay, so my Facebook page is the Chalkin Chick. Go join. Instagram, I'm on there, the Chalkin Chick. I'm also on TikTok now, the Chalkin Chick. TikTok, I'm addicted. So put it in the comments box if you love TikTok. And then remember, you can use this voucher for 40% off of one item. I adore all of you. I want to ask you a question though. I have an opportunity to move over to the card section of Stampin' Scrap, but using chalk and paste and transfers. Let me tell you let me ask you, are you interested in that? Are you interested in me moving over into the slimline cards or a card project with with cardstock and scrapbooking paper? And maybe I'll use some from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. That would probably help, huh? And then that'd be a double wham, right? And then I could use that and you guys could tell me if you were interested in that or not. Just put in the comment box, interested, would love it, because I have an opportunity to do that if I want, and I would love to continue this as much as possible. All right, I'm out. Toodles!